On the banks of the Mississippi, the Louisiana Bayou is a quiet sanctuary of the Deep South. Each fall, the tranquility of this place is shattered by a roar as the fever pitch of college football reaches unparalleled heights. A perfect season has brought the Tigers to Atlanta with dreams of championship glory. All of LSU Nation hopes today will be the day the inevitable becomes reality.
Ware churched right into the end zone. There he goes. Standing defensive play. Touchdown, Tigers. Intercepted. Picked off Matthew. 92 yards.
The quiet streets of Athens, Georgia, are vibrant with culture. But the passion that runs deepest through this town is painted red and black. This is a team as stubbornly determined as their Bulldog mascot, undeterred by the season's disappointing 0-2 start. The Georgia faithful hope their perseverance will be rewarded with an SEC title.
Throws into the end zone. Caught! Leaping. Got it. Touchdown, Georgia. From the backside. Got him. Jarvis does it again. Way downfield. Caught. Touchdown! Oh, my goodness. Georgia will head to the SEC championship.
Today, the pride of the South is on the line. From Baton Rouge to Athens, a lifetime of dreams is at stake. And one team will return home as champions of the SEC.
We welcome you to the Georgia Dome in downtown Atlanta for the 20th playing of the SEC Championship. Red and black fill half of the dome, purple and gold the other. Good evening, everybody. This is the SEC Championship on CBS, presented by Dr. Pepper. The Bulldogs of Georgia against the Tigers of LSU. Georgia Dome filled to capacity for this meeting between the East and the West. LSU leads the all-time series 15-12-1, though the Bulldogs have won 3 of the last 4. Georgia won the toss. They deferred the option, and so they will kick off. And it's going to be Morris Claiborne and Ron Brooks back. And to kick off for the Georgia Bulldogs, Blair Walsh. Claiborne, 2 yards into the end zone. Ankle tackle at the 11. Blake Sailors made the stop. And now the senior Jordan Jefferson. What a journey he's had this year. Started the last 2 years, suspended for the first 4 games of the season because of his involvement in a parking lot fight. Took over the starters as a starter after the win over Alabama. Jarrett Lee, that young man who had led them so effectively in the first half of the year, threw 2 interceptions in the win against Alabama. Michael Ford is the starting tailback. Option. Nice pop on the sidelines. And Kenny Hilliard is going to get this carry after the play fake, perhaps. Here's Jefferson going deep. Nice ball knocked knocked away by Brandon Boykin. It was 2-on-2 in a 1-on-1 situation. Looks like a little confusion in the offensive backfield. Jefferson down at the 11. Great start for the Bulldogs. Cornelius Washington. That's his 5th sack of the year.
He's listed as a linebacker, but in the dime package, he lines up as a defensive end. Look at, they kept the back in on this side to help on Jones. And Washington comes around the short corner to make the sack.
Sophomore from Tampa, Florida. Second year as a starter, Aaron Murray. And Gary, he's really come on late in the season.
Yeah, he's just gotten more consistent. The Georgia people knew that he made big plays, but now he's settled down to make all the plays. And it looks like Eric Reed is back out in his slot where he was at safety right there, putting Matthew back at the corner spot.
And Crowell is not in the starting offensive backfield. It's a tiny one. Carlton Thomas, number 30. Crowell, only 3 plays the last 2 games. Here's Murray out to the 5'7" running back. Whoa. Tyrann Mathieu makes his presence felt on the first LSU defensive play.
Well, that was a good height matchup there. Matthew against 5'7" against 5'7". And the guy in white made a good tackle.
Second down, Murray back, pumps once. He's got a man wide open. It's caught at the 30. This is Tavares King inside the 20-yard line.
And he did it at one of the best corner covers in college football. Double move. Watch the double move here and go on Claiborne. A pump fake. Good protection. Claiborne slips. And if the ball had been thrown out a little farther, that could have been a scoreboard changer for Murray.
LSU has allowed through 12 games only 1 first quarter touchdown. 1. Bonus points, if you can tell me who it was.
Yeah, Western Kentucky.
There you are.
We all read, right?
No surprises. Third down, 11. A lot of protection by the offensive line. Murray into the end zone through the hands of Tavares King.
That is 3 big plays in a row that Georgia has missed. The throw to Mitchell over the middle, bad throw from Murray. And then this one, again, you remember the double move to King early? Well, look at the protection here across the line. LSU only bringing 3, but great protection, and King should have caught this football. That's a touchdown right there.
Here's Blair Walsh, and he has really improved here at the end of the season. That makes it 6 out of his last 7. The only miss was from 52 yards after he suffered through a terrible midseason slump.
Well, how about a message from Georgia? 5 plays on that drive. The last one could have been a touchdown. They didn't run it once. It's interesting. Claiborne lines up on the 10-yard line. The last one went into the end zone. Onside kick.
Yes. It might have been recovered by Georgia.
How about this?
It was recovered by Georgia.
The ball bounced once, went real high. And then, was it Ogletree that got it?
Yes.
It was Ogletree. Watch
yes.
it. One bounce, real high. Now it's a free ball. And number 9 comes down with it, Ogletree.
Third down, 12. Got a glimpse of Sam Montgomery. Here comes the blitz, and the flag is thrown. This is a free play. And it's caught by Malcolm Mitchell.
Yeah, that back shoulder throw has been huge for Georgia. That was basically the game against Florida. Remember they hit those 2 fourth-down plays against Florida? I think Matthew was in the neutral zone, and you're right, free play.
Got into the BCS championship game with 2 losses. Murray back, pressured. It's Matthew. Oh boy, did he get a pop. Matthew was the first there, and then Sam Montgomery was second.
And Crowell is going off the field limping very badly. He got run over by Matthew. Again, coming off the slot. When you're in the 3-4 look, they love to bring number 7. Watch him run right over Crowell. He must not have strength in that ankle that's been bothering him all week. You've got to be able to stand up and take that on.
There's Matthew and Montgomery. And Matt Austin. There was a flag.
Holding. Offense number 60. 10-yard penalty. Still second down.
John Chavis, one of the finals for the Broyles Award. It goes to the outstanding assistant coach in college football. Amazing that in 17 years as a coordinator, he's never won it. Second down. Murray. Got it. Orson Charles, that's Plant High School to Plant High School. They were teammates at the high school in Tampa.
And this is the exact matchup he should have thrown the ball to. Well, they've been gambling all day. Do they do it again or do they run it?
Carlton Thomas is the tailback. 3rd and a yard.
They're going to gamble.
Murray hides it well. Double coverage downfield. Man is working loose. Flag. Might have been thrown on Claiborne. Let's see. Or it could have been offensive.
Yeah, I think it's going to be on Claiborne. He grabbed his jersey or arm or whatever. You can see the game plan. LSU better be ready for the kitchen sink.
Yep.
Comes inside. He gets a grab on the jersey. They called it right there. That'll be a first down.
Defense number 17. The 10-yard penalty to the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And in essence now, Georgia has converted a 2nd and 20.
Well, if you want an instructional video on defensive holding, you've got one from Morris Claiborne. End around. They're going to try and throw it. Mitchell pumps, keeps it, hit from behind and downed by Kendrick Adams, number 94.
Well, that was a great job by the LSU defense. They've now figured out that we've got to cover the whole field.
Murray, slant pattern mixed up with Michael Bennett. He turned for the corner. Did Bennett.
Well, there's back shoulder throws and then there's back rear end throws. This is, that one doesn't work as good. You got to eventually turn around and look for the ball.
Yeah, it's never a good sign when your posterior gets involved. Never good.
About 6 inches higher, but you get the point.
3rd down, 16. Let's see what LSU has planned defensively on this one.
Yeah, and remember field goal range. 5, 6, 7 yards gets them a field goal try.
Back out of the blitz. They are bringing 5. The pass.
Another one drop.
Wow! Their best receiver, the freshman Malcolm Mitchell. Oh, brother.
LSU is playing combo coverage. This is the 2nd drop pass. I'm calling them drops. Simon passes him off to the safety, and the safety doesn't go get him. Mitchell hurried it into the end zone, and you see Reed turn around and go, number 24, but what are you doing? You have to run with that guy.
45-yard attempt for Blair Walsh. It drifts right, and it stays right.
How about that stop by the LSU defense? Georgia helped them again.
The onside kick successfully attempted. The field goal unsuccessfully attempted. Here's the senior Blair Walsh. He hit from 40. He misses from 45. And the LSU coach appreciated that one. Aaron Murray. Pass wound up on the ground. And it's 2nd down. Tipped incomplete. Intended for Beckham, knocked away by Brandon Boykin.
Well, Brandon Boykin's one of those experienced secondary players for Georgia. Right there on the numbers. Watch him break on the ball. They've already started to went deep on him. He made the play, and now he clamps on that well-thrown ball. That's 2 great plays.
And 2nd time now that Georgia's defense has won the first 2 plays of the series. It's 3rd and 7 again. LSU 3 and out with their first possession. 3 down, they're blitzing from the corner. And that will be stopped far short of the first down. And fists fly. Copeland, the fullback, I didn't see who was involved for Georgia. First down 10 at the 20. Crowell left, cuts back right. Matthew got him down around the ankles, but he picks up a first down at the 31.
Well, I can tell you the story of this game so far, and he's going to limp off again. It's going to be an occurrence all game, has been the offensive line for Georgia.
2, he does come. They stunt. Murray goes the other direction, throws it over Matthew's head. It was intended for Orson Charles. Play action. Jefferson steps up, pumps once, goes deep, overthrown. Badly overthrown for Randall.
And Sanders Cummings had a chance to intercept that one. No big plays being made by Georgia to kind of get some distance early in the game. Ball's high. Watch Cummings has a chance to make that one, and it almost hits him right in the forehead.
Jefferson from the goal line. Almost picked off again. It's going to be 4th down. 3 and outs provided by this Bulldog defense. When he said that, you and I just rolled our eyes like, are you kidding? And he meant it. Here's Thomas. Burst up the middle. Eric Reed.
Well, if they're that good, they must be getting some good blocking inside from Jones, Gates, and Burnett.
On 3rd down 6.
Right there. Let's see if we do it again.
Blitz. Murray deep. Got it. It's Orson Charles. You called it.
That's the matchup it looks like they like.
First down and 10 from the 13. Into the end zone. Aaron White. Touchdown Bulldogs. Likeable senior from Columbia, Missouri. 5th-year man. Here's the extra point attempt from Blair Walsh.
Nifty little play here, high-low. This is the way you got to design them. The tight end is here. He's going to go deep, and the receiver's going to come underneath to hold the coverage. So the tight end goes long, the receiver comes underneath, the linebacker bites, there's your throw. I'm sure Aaron Murray used his eyes to bring that linebacker up. And this one, they caught it.
He will not. Those fans in the red and black look pretty happy. That's the end of one. Georgia leads LSU 10-zip. We'll return to the Georgia Dome after this message and a word from your local station. Right side, I don't think he got it. Looked like Bakari Rambo, number 18, made the stop.
This is the biggest difference I've seen in my 6 years in the SEC is the size of this Georgia defense compared to where they used to be before. And you're right, it was Rambo that came up and made that play.
The clock will be kept on the field for the remainder of the first half. First down 10. Quick flip, near side. Malcolm Mitchell. Out to the 35-yard line, the true freshman. Orson Charles starts in motion. Now comes back left. He'll lead the play. And they take it right up the middle. Alexander Ogletree, number 46. The sophomore from Noonan, Georgia. First down and 10, Georgia leading 10-0. Play action. Blitz coming. They got to Murray. Boy, he turned to his right, and he knew that the closet door was about to close.
They were trying to come back to the tight end on a throwback wheel route. There was nobody to throw to. They were going to come across with Charles. Watch Charles come across. There was nobody to throw to the right. He wanted to come back. Charles was wide open on the play.
Loss of 9.
Not enough time to throw it. Remember Brad Smelly had one of those, I think, one of those throwback throws?
4-man rush. Montgomery's coming from the near side. Tipped and incomplete. Crowell and Ron Brooks diving for it, but it was tipped a little too highly.
Well, they've been stopping the run with only 7 guys.
Well, Todd Grantham is saying first down is big, so is second down, and Georgia's winning those 2 downs.
Well, Boykin, that's his 3rd big play of the game, Brandon Boykin.
Jefferson. 5 3-and-outs. Do they start to think about Jared Lee? Gary thought he was the most valuable player in the first part of the season, and he's been relegated to purgatory the last 4 games. Oh, what a punt. Bobbled. Boykin coming left. My gracious. Brad Wing.
We're seeing some punting here, aren't we, today? Woo!
Yeah, if you're...
Holy cow.
Oh, my goodness. Australian rules football player in Melbourne for 15 years. Look at this punt. Bobbled by Boykin. Worst field position that Georgia has had to start a drive.
This is where Matthew makes his plays from this slot position.
Missed the first attempt at the sack, got the second. Sam Montgomery, number 99.
And they got so many players. You talk about Mingo, Adams, Brockers, Logan. Then it's Montgomery making the play. They come off the edge. When you're in the situation of 3rd and long, I just don't know if any offensive line can match up. That time he beat Justin Anderson, number 79.
Barkevius Mingo missed the first attempt at the sack.
And number 7 is going to field this punt.
Yep.
At the 50-yard line, he's lined up.
Honey Badger. One of the great nicknames in college football. And, another dandy. Matthew backs up, grabs it at the 38-yard line. Looks for a little blocking help, gets it. Breaks a tackle, cuts left. Avoids a teammate. Heads for the corner, he's done it again.
Sure did. Return coverage has been a weakness for Georgia all year. Remember the Florida game.
Right.
It has been quiet since then, but boy, a little leak was just popped there.
Josh Johns was one of the 2 players he and Jordan Jefferson suspended for 4 games for that parking lot fight last August. Drew Alleman with the extra point is up and good. The Honey Badger. I asked him if he had seen the video on YouTube. He said yes. John Chavis, his defensive coordinator, showed it to him. It's an apt nickname, isn't it? Tyrann Mathieu, the sophomore, with a punt return that puts LSU right back in it. Murray, 8 of 18 for 109 yards. Steps up, drills it. Got it caught by Tavares King. Gang tackles. Therold Simon, number 24, was the first one there.
King wide open on the play. When you're playing for LSU, you figure that front 4 is going to get him quick. He's got Simon again. King, good route. Simon just gives up too much yardage. I think King thought he'd be closer than that, to tell you the truth. But again, good protection. It looks like the more Georgia throws early in downs, the better they feel about it.
Roughness, number 22 of the defense. 15-yard penalty for the run, automatic first down.
And Ryan Baker actually took a cheap shot, not on the ball carrier. It was to another man. Watch right here. That's where the shot came. It came inside on Carlton Thomas.
Yep.
First, second, long last time they ran the ball. I think John Chavis remembered it too.
Kevin Minter, number 46, with the tackle. 3rd and 10. Murray, they sail right by him, goes deep left side. Tavares King and Morris Claiborne. And Claiborne played it perfectly.
He did. That was good hand-to-hand combat, and the officials let him play. This ball was up for grabs. King and Claiborne, two veterans of this league, knew this ball was up, and they fought for it. And Claiborne doesn't let King get back to the ball. Good defense right there.
And so it's Drew Butler, the punter, Tyrann Mathieu, the punt returner.
Yeah, that's scary, isn't it?
Whew. Mathieu. Nothing doing this time. Blake Sailors down there to make the tackle. Take the draw. Jefferson. Lateral. How about that?
Yep.
Wow. As he was going down, he pitched it to Ware.
Yeah, he underhanded it to Ware.
John Jenkins was in Jefferson's lap.
One of the things that you talk to the coaches about is once you get the quarterback, you still got to tackle this big quarterback.
Well, or tackle a running back. My gracious. Not to beat the point to death, but LSU still doesn't have a first down. It's 3rd and 1. Stampley and Ware. Toss. Ware. They still do not have a first down. Alec Ogletree.
There he is. Taking on strong up top. You can see the front three take on the blocks and keep it clean for the linebackers. Georgia will get the ball to start the second half. That was a huge stop for them. They'll get it here, and then they'll get it to start the second half.
Jefferson remains on the field. 1:51 to go, and time called. LSU, that is their first, so 2 remain. Handoff Crowell. Michael Bruckers.
Well, Les Miles will take a timeout now, and he did. I tell you, those 2 tackles.
Murray back. Murray deep. He's got a man down there, and it's tipped away by Harold Simon. Intended for Malcolm Mitchell.
Simon had been beaten a few times in this game, but this time his ball skills saved the day. Mitchell is the home run threat for Georgia. The true freshman, ball's up. Now watch Simon stay with it, doesn't panic, and knocks it down. Whew. He's their number 3 corner.
Yes, that's right.
The best receivers in this league.
Top of the screen. Jefferson chased.
Oh, that'll be intentional.
Yes, it will. Yep. Alec Ogletree got there.
Boy, Ogletree, Jones, Washington from the edge is giving these tackles problems. This time, Ogletree feels the protection going the other way, and can I call it a key blitz?
3rd and 27. Alfred Blue. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, quick timeout by Mark Richt that time.
Christian Robinson, number 45, with this tackle.
Well, that's as good a half of I've seen of defense all year.
Yep. Look at this. Look at that.
Well, you know, it's not just him, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't run the ball.
No.
They're not running options. They can't pass protect. I mean, you know, Jarrett Lee has a little quicker release. It might be a different changeup, but they've committed to Jefferson.
There's Wing, and Wing is down. There is a flag back at the point of the punt. And he walked up and put his chest. Damian Swan, number 5, looks like he came through. Yep.
Now, if it's a personal foul, it'll be an automatic first down.
Here's the call.
Running into the kicker, defense number 5. That penalty's declined. First down.
Aaron Murray, yes.
LSU's got to feel good about themselves. I mean, you put that type of first half together and you're down 3 points.
Yep. Honey Badger had a 62-yard punt return. LSU's offense accounted for Jarrett Lee's number, 12 yards. 12. And it's 10-7, Georgia leading LSU. He'll run. And he will be, oh, there's a fumble. Matthew is on it. Did he recover it? Did the ball come out? Yes.
I thought I saw him reach for his beanbag. He's going to try to dive for the first down, and it does. That was his knee down. One more look. Matthew is the recipient of this one. Mingo is the one who causes it, and yes, that is a clean call and great field position for LSU.
First down 5 after the penalty. Jefferson, Ruben Randall spins, and he has a first down. That is the first down for the Tigers in the ballgame.
I wonder if they'll try something tricky to get it in the end zone.
Kenny Hilliard is the tailback, and he is well back. Draw play Hilliard. He comes left. Breaks a tackle. Stiff arm. Touchdown. Louisiana State University.
They didn't need any trickery, did they?
No. At all. So the fumble, substitution, penalty, and then Hilliard, the freshman.
Just followed the big guard in front of him. Number 74, Josh Williford. Go one direction and come back with the kick out. Downhill.
Drew Alleman with the extra point. It is up and it is good. And Louisiana State has the lead.
Well,
first the fumble.
Yeah, trying to get a first down. Aaron Murray, he does it effectively with his legs. But then after the penalty for 12 men on the field, they throw the slant pass, and they come running downhill with power football. LSU has the lead with, 2 first downs in the game.
Murray under pressure. Got him at the 20. It'll be 4th down.
And it almost looked like the same play, didn't it?
4th and 3.
These guys are awful good, LSU, giving them too many chances.
Drew Butler. Matthew moves up, grabs it at the 36. Watch out. Now he'll start. Oh, stutter step. He's still going. Oh, my gracious.
You know all those Heisman polls?
Yeah.
We might have somebody coming from the outside here. This is incredible. I mean, he got tripped by his shoelace, the last guy. Look at that.
Costa Boblis, number 48, got him, or we would have had Another punt return for a touchdown.
The Georgia defense is stunned, not because they're tired. They're just stunned. They had such a good first half, and now they come out here in the second half, and 2 drives start inside the 20-yard line.
Blitz. Hilliard. First down. First and goal, LSU. Clement, the tight end, tight right.
Power.
Hilliard bounces off one, stiff arm, driving. Flag is down.
Yep.
There is a touchdown call.
It's going to be face mask, and they'll decline that one.
Drew Allemand for the extra point. Tis good.
Who do you think's breathing easier right now, Vern, as this second half got started with this punt return first? The LSU fans or the Alabama fans? They're rooting for LSU.
Yes.
That was an incredible punt return. His second of the game, set it up. First down pass wasn't there, and they powered it in again with Hilliard.
And LSU has owned the third quarter. They're up 21-10. Biggest plays of the season for the LSU Tigers. Play fake, Murray. Big hand in his face. He goes deep for Tavares King, and Simon is there to pick it off. Harold Simon has the interception. Second turnover of the third quarter.
See, that's what I'm talking about. What separates LSU? Matthew goes off the field. So what does Bobo say? I'm going to go after their third corner, number 24, Simon, down here. Okay, let's see if their backup can keep us from a big play. Not a great route. It was supposed to be an out and up. Didn't sell it, and Simon stays with it and makes the interception. Depth, all over the field. The only 2 teams I've seen doing college football, even on TV, that have enough corners are Alabama and LSU. They both have 3 legitimate corners.
Option. There's the pitch. Right side to Michael Ford. He's the fastest of the running backs for LSU. Jefferson will keep it. Had a 48-yard touchdown run last week against Arkansas. Gets a first down here. First third down conversion of the game.
Yeah, this was quarterback ISO. This was no reading or anything like that. This was just follow the fullback with your quarterback. Follow number 44, follow number 74. 2 good guys to follow.
Draw play, Blue. First down at the 29.
All those plays that they stopped for no gain in the first half. That offensive line for LSU is starting to impose their will. 2 extra tackles right here.
Out of the spread, blitz. Blue goes right. Stiff arm around the corner. First down at the 9-yard line.
See, that's how they got the edge.
Now Ware and Hilliard are in there. Jefferson throws it, caught by Hilliard. Bounces off the tackle, and LSU adds to its lead.
Well, if you're going to hang with these guys, you got to hang for 60 minutes. Arkansas had them for a while, and then they blew it open. And now Boykin just can't handle that big man. Remember, he was playing high school last year.
Right. And he played it fairly well for his high school career. 8,603 yards rushing. Kenny Hilliard.
Well, remember, 12 yards in the first half, 108 in the second half, and they've blown it open.
28-10. Kenny Hilliard with his third touchdown of the ball game. Malcolm is in, running back. Murray going to be sacked. Down at the 31, LeVar Edwards gets this one.
You know, those big guys, John Jenkins, Kwame Gathers, big guys in the middle, they could be getting tired. Option call is a good call.
Got a good downfield block from Copeland. So we've reached the end of 3 with LSU leading 28-10. We'll return to the Georgia Dome right after this word from your local station. Jefferson. Russell Shepard trying to get deep. And Cornelius Washington, did he grab a face mask?
Or was it a horse collar?
Spencer Ware, as he made the cut to the right, he met resistance from Sean Williams, number 36.
Sure did. Eric Reed was 35 yards deep before that snap.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
Wow. Malcolm Mitchell took a hit from Kevin Minter. Montgomery comes from the right side. Murray and his receiver slipped and was hit at the same time. So they're going to call Ryan Baker on this one.
Yep. Baker was jamming. He did not know the ball was in the air.
Isaiah Crowell gets into it. Now here comes a couple of flags.
See if they're offsetting or not.
Crowell, number 1. Now he's going to get an earful from Mark Richt.
See the jam, bottom of the screen. Ball was in the air, easy call. Then Isaiah Crowell just a little bit too talkative for me.
Mm-hmm.
Fouls on the play, pass interference, defense number 22. That penalty would be enforced at the spot of the foul, automatic first down. Following the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 1 of Georgia, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Well, you got a sense, just talking with various people in and around the football program at Georgia, that there's a little unhappiness with Isaiah Crowell.
Well, Mark keeps saying he's young, and he had everything come easy to him as a high school player. He's got to learn to play at this level. Some guys, like Marcus Lattimore, it comes easy to. Matthew came easy to as a freshman. Some guys, it takes another year. Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, they all had a chance to eliminate Alabama, and they didn't do it.
Here's the pass over to Malcolm. And he's got a first down. The scrum moves out across the 45.
Match a good resume against.
Yes.
Oklahoma State has some matchup problems.
Murray got him again. Jamaria Rasco, the 4th sack for LSU.
Yeah, he's about their 10th defensive lineman that they play to make a statement. Nobody believes Oklahoma State can win.
Here's the pass, and incidental contact ruled at the 35-yard line. It was intended for Chris Conley, and he got mixed up with Thorold Simon. Up the middle, Kenny Hilliard. He might have a future as a collegiate football player at LSU. Ogletree with the tackle. Hilliard now 6 carries for 44 yards. Here's the option pitch. Hilliard again. Another first down, Boykin.
I've advocated that LSU has done enough already. No, Alabama beats them. They're each going to have 1 win.
Yeah.
I've advocated that LSU, on the basis of what they've done in the regular season, has earned at least a share of the title.
Kenny Hilliard again. That's a gain of 15. There was Todd Grantham on the Georgia sideline.
And this LSU team has beaten 3 teams ranked in the top 3 this year.
Up the middle we go, Alfred Blue! All the way for a touchdown for Louisiana State.
What a fantastic year this team has had. Mark Richt's team gave them everything they had early. But this time, Stampley couldn't even find anybody to block.
Right.
35 is going, all right, who do I block? Who do I have? Nobody. And Blue ran right by him.
Now he has become the leading rusher in the ball game. Here's Aleman's extra point. 48 yards for Alfred Blue. He's the third team tailback. Alfred Blue pads the lead. Well, Gary, we've all discussed and cussed the BCS system.
Yes.
So we asked you to come up with maybe an alternative plan.
Better idea?
And we'll get to it right after this.
I don't know if it's better. It's different.
I like it, though, having seen a preview.
You and our producer, Craig Silver, said come up with something.
Right. What you got in mind?
All right. So first of all, let's put some rules down here. Well, I'm going to put 6 teams in the playoff, okay? The top 6, okay? That word top. Now you're going to choose this from a selection committee. I'm going to get rid of these voters that hardly watch anybody. I want people who are accountable to make their decisions. The top 2 seeds have to be champions of their conference.
And we'll continue after this play.
We must make these championships mean something.
Right. 3rd down. 3rd and 3. That'll be a first down for Georgia. And back to your idea.
And just like the NFL, what do those top conference champions get? They get home games or a bye. So that's what the top 2 seeds get in my formula, a bye. So this is what it looks like. If everything held with the chalk, LSU's the best team. Oklahoma State, if they win, they'll be conference champions.
Right.
They get the 2 seed. Under consideration are all the champions and the at-large teams. This year, Alabama is in a conference with another good team. They got to make it as an at-large team.
Long pass is incomplete. So you had a list of possible
these are the guys.
teams.
So this is the chalk. You know, Michigan State could win. I don't know if Virginia Tech's going to win, but if the chalk held, this is the way it would go. Alabama would be the top at-large team. They would face off against Oregon. The winner of that game would play Oklahoma State in the Final Four. Stanford and Virginia Tech would play. The winner of that game would play LSU. We'd have a Final Four, and people would play their way to a championship, and we would have had 30 teams alive 2 weeks with less than the season instead of 3 teams alive. Just an idea.
I like it.
I feel like Paul Ryan throwing something out there, Congressman, let everybody just attack it.
Murray. Intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. Heads to the 5. In for the touchdown. Might be the best cornerback in the league.
That's what people say.
45-yard return for the touchdown.
Well, when you're throwing all the time, we said a little earlier, they're going to start squatting on these throws. Everybody's looking for a gamble. Aaron Murray's going to get ready for next year. He had a nice run this year. Go back and study it, get stronger, get better, be a better quarterback, and bring your team back next year.
Yep. This 10-game win streak is going to end for the Georgia Bulldogs. And the win streak continues for the Tigers of LSU. 42-10. Hudson Mason is going to come on now. T-Bob Hebert. Petite Bob. He's T-Bob Hebert III, named so by his grandmother. He's got a younger brother, Bo. You'd think B-O, right? And for Bo's 16th birthday, he asked his mom to let him go to court and change his name, which he did. And so T-Bob's brother is now B-E-A-U-X. Bo. Mason. And off to Ken Malcolm. T-Bob's father, of course, Bobby, played for both the Falcons and the Saints, and T-Bob grew up here in the Atlanta area. And for Aaron Murray, ouch. 16 of 40, 163, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions in this one.
Yeah, 5 drop balls, though, that bring him to 50%.
Chris Conley, number 31.
That's amazing. One of that, and they're very, very high on this guy. They really feel he's a gunslinger. I asked if Hudson had to play, what would you do? And he said, we'd throw. He's a great thrower.
From Marietta, Georgia, one of the suburbs of Atlanta. And he'll run it this time and slides baseball-like.
And they're going to have another great recruiting class. Alabama's going to have another great recruiting class. Georgia's going to have another great recruiting class. The SEC is not going to take a drop here.
No.
And I've been telling people for 5 years, these guys can play in this league. The danger of this current system is, as you see the Gatorade thing almost come, is if you lose one game in this conference against a tough competition and somebody else goes undefeated, you could have the best conference in the country not having a guy in the playoff.
Yes.
That's what doesn't make sense to me, and why they need to expand it right now. You can't have your marquee conference have a champion, let's say it's LSU again next year with 1 loss, and they're out of the playoffs because 2 teams from lesser conference are undefeated. That makes no sense to me.
Well, the Gatorade bath has been prepared and will be delivered shortly. 2:25 to go. Mason back. Deep left side. Conley with a comeback. Makes the catch, yeah. Claiborne with a tackle.
Yeah, Claiborne's not feeling well. He's hurt. Yeah, he did. Les got the Gatorade splash, huh?
Ouch.
Woo. Claiborne wants off the field. I don't know if he's got an ankle sprain or whatever, but he's twice tried to get out of there. Nobody's watching. Everybody's watching Les.
Yes. Knocked away, incomplete. Aaron White was the intended receiver. And the ball goes over on downs. At the half, LSU had 5 yards rushing. 5 yards. In the second half, they have 203 yards on the ground. So with 31 seconds to go.
We've seen 5 straight national championships together, right, Vern? This is a team that could be the 6th. I really think, as you watch Jarrett Lee come out on the field, this is as strong as any of them. I mean, this team could play with any of those 5 teams. We had a great Florida team, Alabama team, Auburn team. I think this team would match up well with any of those teams.
So Jarrett Lee takes a knee, and this one is over. The champions of the SEC in this 20th game, still undefeated and ranked number 1 in the country. The Tigers of LSU, Mark Richt, Les Miles. Comfortable exchange at midfield. And now, the presentation for the player of the game, the Chick-fil-A player of the game. Who else? And so the Honey Badger leads the way to an LSU victory. They win it 42-10 with 42 unanswered points. For Gary Danielson, Tracy Wolfson, I'm Vern Lundquist saying so long from the Georgia Dome, the final 42-10.